Actually, well, you know what would be funny is if it's just me talking for like 10 seconds, but you just bleep all 10 seconds of it. I get you.
Yep. Place to start.
That's right. Just feel like you want to. I'm gonna get. Oh. You
Go with it.
Woo. So let's dispel the myth. What is a value stream map? And why should anybody care?
Well, ideally, a value stream map would show all the people, the processes, and even information flows that go from a customer request to a customer receipt. So it's the stream or the steps by which materials become something of value to the customer. And that actually is one of the reasons I think that it breaks down in an IT situation, because it's taken from lean manufacturing. And although there are a lot of things that we can borrow from lean manufacturing to apply to software, some of the things just don't apply. We're not moving materials through. So first of all, if we're talking about the flow of materials and information, we're not flowing materials through. We're throwing, this is thought work going through there. So managing inventory, those kinds of things just seem foreign to most folks. So they just back off and say this doesn't apply.
And some of the measurements that a value stream map is looking for are hard to measure, or they're not being measured. So when you're told to go put these on a value stream map, it's like, I don't even know, where do I get that? And if you only map out your piece, that's a good start. But if you start optimizing just, say, from IT, the backlog to the customer, or backlog to production, if you map that out and you start optimizing that, who knows what you're sub-optimizing across the board, right? So when an organization is only focused on IT transformation and they do that mapping in just IT, it's a good start. But if you stop there, you're going to go on to your second transformation in no time.
So I'm going to ask this question as though I don't know, but I'm really just like trying to make a point. Like you made a comment. A value stream map is just listing out the people, the processes, and the information flows from the customer requests to the customer receives. That was a very simple sentence. It's really not that complicated. So why is it so reviled and complicated and waste of time and blah, 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 blah?
Well, I think because the primary reference material on that does come from process engineering.
Okay.
So if you've ever seen a value stream map that's done in an industrial process, you have to have a legend to figure out what all the symbols mean. Right? There's a lot of different symbols, and again, things that don't apply. I think another is that it's difficult to get everybody together. So if we want to if we're really talking about looking at a value stream from the point that a customer, we become aware of a customer's need to the time that we deliver the solution to that customer, that spans, in most organizations, multiple groups of people, and certain people who may have very constrained time, so it's difficult to get everybody together. So when we start talking about, hey, you need to look at your entire value stream, that may just seem like a non-starter just because it's difficult to get the people together.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, let's say you can get them together for an hour, and you start by saying, okay, tell me what it looks like when a customer makes a request. Sometimes you can spend the entire hour just answering the follow-up question, which is, well, what do you mean by customer?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
Exactly.
And they all have a different idea of who their customer is.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the times, it's not the actual customer.
Yeah, right. And the larger the organization, the more complex the business, the more sophisticated or nuanced the model, sometimes it just is not a straightforward answer. Maybe there is not one good answer, which means now you're on to many of these heavy maps.
That's right. And there could legitimately be more than one customer in terms of what the organization does to provide value. So you could have an auto insurance company, for instance. One of their customers may be the customer, the policyholder, but another one may be the auto body shops that do the work. There could be internal customers. So you could have multiple streams of value, multiple means by which the organization provides value to its different customers. So that can be daunting as well, right? How are we going to consider all of our different customers in an hour?
Yeah.
Right.
And that's where you start
Yeah.
to see the value stream maps that are real complicated, that have all these different streams coming into one that actually lands at, say, the policyholder.
Mhm.
But there's all these internal customers that have to be supported in order to get to the external customer. So now it's like a roadmap.
Yeah.
It's
So-
intimidating for sure.
So, any opinions about what really does matter, what is valuable, what isn't valuable in the world of software? Let's say enterprise, either enterprise software or large internally built solutions. What matters, what doesn't when you're trying to craft a value stream map?
I mean, and in my opinion, and we've talked about this, two things really matter a whole lot when you're going to just try to start doing a value stream map, and that's where are your handoffs and where's your wait time. If you could get at least some sort of visualization of your value stream, just what goes where in what order and what value streams are coming into internal, and you just do your handoffs and your wait time, you have plenty to work on. Because you might not be able to get rid of the handoffs, but you might be able to make them smoother.